As an avid consumer of live action and animated movies and shows, I've always prided myself on having an open mind. However, when it came to Rick and Morty, I'll admit I was hesitant. I had heard endless praise for the show, but something about it made me cringe. The snippets I had glimpsed seemed very peculiar, bordering on cringeworthy, and I found it hard to believe that such a hyped show could live up to its reputation, especially with the buzzing fan base, the memes that used to and even still do flood social media to a degree, as well as the constant references I would always hear from people who obviously watched and enjoyed the show. It made me think that it was merely another overhyped cringe fest TV show and filled with bizarre humor that I assumed would never resonate with me. Nevertheless, curiosity and boredom got the better of me because I did run out of TV shows to watch and stumbled upon it on HBO Max, so I decided to give it a shot. Little did I know that this initial skepticism I had would evolve into an appreciation for the show. I found myself completely enthralled by the unparalleled brilliance of Rick and Morty. The first few episodes were undoubtedly strange, especially episode 1 or the pilot episode, whichever you want to call it, with the jokes that ran on and out for far too long and for me just were not funny at all. But I held in there and I kept watching, and by episode 2, I knew the show was something much more fun, just by its ridiculously unhinged and self-aware humor, especially with how the first episode made me think initially. Episode 2 felt like they knew what they wanted to do by that point, and it just felt like better writing altogether in my opinion. The show finds Rick and his grandson Morty embarking on insane adventures that often defy the laws of logic and physics, but you're meant to turn off your brain and enjoy the ride. Rick even says a few times in the show, "Don't think about it," to Morty when Morty starts asking him multiple questions, which I actually really appreciated as a viewer trying to understand it all. The show's dark humor, existential themes, and often morbid scenarios left me questioning its appeal, but in a positive way. I found myself initially wondering how could anyone genuinely enjoy this, but in a goofy, facetious way. But there was something undeniably captivating about the complex characters and their interdimensional escapades. In addition, by episode 2, Rick and Morty shattered my preconceptions and proved to be a mind-bending and intelligent animated series. The show seamlessly blends humor, complex storytelling, and biting social commentary, creating a concoction that both entertains and challenges the viewer. From the first episode, I could tell that Rick and Morty was unlike anything I had ever encountered, but I wasn't completely sold by the end of it, at least yet. At first, there were cringe-inducing moments at times, like at the very end of the first episode, where Rick says Morty's name in a drunken way at least 100 times, and it just felt kinda lame and weak on the writing aspect. But, as I watched more and more, it was apparent to me that the creators masterfully juxtaposed absurdity with intellect, weaving intricate storylines that push boundaries and challenge conventional storytelling norms, while also staying true to classical writing and connecting everything together in the end. Yes, writing in movies and TV shows is a big deal to me, so I do take notice of the quality and execution of it before anything else, and I really appreciate it when done correctly. Furthermore, as I continued watching, I began to notice the show's underlying intelligence and the layers of social commentary concealed within its seemingly outrageous narratives. Rick and Morty cleverly weaves together biting satire, existential musings, and thought-provoking philosophical questions with its outrageous and sometimes very crude humor. The writers effortlessly blend high-level sci-fi concepts like multiple dimensions and planets, as well as aliens and human interaction with all of the previously stated concepts, with relatable human emotions, resulting in a uniquely entertaining experience. What struck me the most was the brilliant character dynamic between the titular duo. Morty, the timid and naive teenage grandson, contrasts sharply with his reckless, eccentric, and alcoholic scientist grandfather, Rick. This contrast generates a captivating blend of high-stakes adventures and genuine emotional depth. The show is not afraid to explore darker themes while sprinkling moments of heartfelt connection between the characters, creating a unique and compelling dynamic. The characters themselves, however, are a triumph of creativity and fun. Rick Sanchez, the alcoholic genius, is simultaneously lovable and infuriating. His unpredictable nature keeps you on the edge of your seat, never knowing what twisted adventure he'll drag Morty into next. Speaking of Morty, his innocence and vulnerability provide a perfect foil to Rick's jaded worldview, creating a compelling dynamic that forms the emotional core of the series. As mentioned, the aspect that truly won me over was the character development. Initially, I dismissed Rick as a cynical, alcoholic genius, lacking any redeeming qualities, while Morty, on the other hand, seemed like a simple-minded sidekick. However, the show's gradual exploration of their complex relationship unraveled a depth I didn't anticipate. Rick's flawed nature and his occasional moments of vulnerability made him a fascinating and relatable anti-hero, while Morty's growth from a naive teenager into a more assertive and self-aware character resonated on a personal level, for me especially. Another aspect that also won me over, as briefly mentioned, was the ingenious writing and intricate plot lines. Each episode is great in its storytelling, besides maybe the first episode, managing to combine absurdity and philosophical concepts with remarkable ease. Rick and Morty fearlessly dives into alternate realities, time travel, and the multiverse, providing a constant stream of unpredictable and mind-boggling adventures. Furthermore, the show does not shy away from tackling existential questions, morality, and the consequences of one's actions, making for a thought-provoking experience. The show delves into themes like the nature of existence, free will, and the moral implications of infinite realities. It also isn't afraid to explore the consequences of Rick's actions or the toll it takes on his family and the multiverse. It also allows the viewers to confront their own beliefs and contemplate the vastness of the universe. Behind the laughter, there is genuine depth, which elevates Rick and Morty to a level rarely found in mainstream entertainment, while also providing people who don't look that deep into it a show to laugh at and with. And despite its animated format, Rick and Morty doesn't cater exclusively to teenagers. The series excels in its ability to weave intelligent humor throughout its narratives. The show possesses a self-awareness that allows it to parody and use satire with various genres, pop culture references, and even its own viewers. It's a perfect balance of witty one-liners, clever puns, and intellectual comedy that consistently entertains me. In addition, the show is a treasure trove of pop culture references, paying homage to sci-fi classics like Back to the Future, Alien, and Star Wars, while simultaneously subverting their tropes. The animation style is intentionally simplistic, but do not let that fool you. The visuals are vibrant and imaginative, effortlessly bringing to life an array of bizarre creatures, intricate alien landscapes, and cool-looking dimensions. Each frame is meticulously crafted to enhance the storytelling, and the attention to detail is commendable, as characters may be doing something while talking, providing the audience 2 reasons to laugh at a single scene. In retrospect, my initial hesitation and opinion of the show being cringe was unwarranted. Rick and Morty isn't just another cringeworthy animated TV show, it's an ingenious blend of comedy, science fiction, and thought-provoking storytelling. It challenges its viewers to think beyond the surface level absurdity and embrace the inherent brilliance behind its creation. While Rick and Morty may not be everyone's cup of tea, if you're like me, someone who is initially skeptical but also is a huge fan of sci-fi, I implore you to set aside any preconceived notions and embark on this humorous journey. Prepare to be pleasantly surprised, captivated, and maybe even find a deeper understanding of the human cognition along the way. Once you surrender yourself to its madness, you'll find yourself thoroughly entertained, intellectually stimulated, and craving more of Rick and Morty's outlandish adventures. So, to all the skeptics out there, take the plunge. I think you'll be happy you did. However, that'll wrap up my thoughts on Rick and Morty, and I hope you all enjoyed the video. It did take me a little bit longer than I had anticipated to make it, mainly due to Zelda Tears of the Kingdom taking up all of my free time. And since it's summer, I really wanted to put more effort into my video format and craft moving forward, so I hope it shows for that. Especially while I have the free time to do so. But I do hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Keep an eye out for my next few videos. I've got some cool ideas in the works, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.